The November 5th general election is almost here, you guys. I'm Ben Dorr, Executive Director with Minnesota Gun Rights. And in your House District 20B, this is Zumbrota, Plainview area. In your district, you have two candidates running to be your next House State Representative. And I'm going to break down in the next couple of minutes for you who they are, what they stand for, what they voted for or against, and what you can expect from either candidate if they make it to or back to St. Paul. So we're going to kick this right off. First off, we have Steve Jacob, the Republican. Sorry, Steve, I blocked your name. We'll do this a better circle. Steve Jacob, current Representative Steve Jacob. And the first thing you need to know about Steve is that he did fill out his Minnesota Gun Rights candidate survey 100% pro-gun. So he answered all the questions on pro-gun laws like Stand Your Ground, constitutional carry, the Second Amendment Preservation Act, common sense, pro-gun, public safety, freedom legislation that saves lives and lessens crime. Criminals are just less likely to commit crimes in states that have these laws. Those are the facts. He supports this legislation, and he opposes the number one gun control initiative in St. Paul, which is now the ban on, well, they call it an AR-15, an assault weapons ban. It's not an assault weapon. It's 200 different rifles, hunting rifles, deer rifles, that meet the criteria of the far left and their total misunderstanding of what these rifles look like and how they function, what they actually do. So he opposes the so-called assault weapons ban. But the number one thing you need to know about Steve Jacob already is that he already has a 100% pro-gun voting record, because in 2023, when the radical left Democrats brought forward universal background checks, we call it statewide gun registration, when they brought forward red flag gun confiscation laws, which are not going to save lives, but it is going to get people's guns taken away. This is going to happen. He voted no on this legislation, again, knowing that it does not increase public safety, but was just a political gimme, a political want for the radical left. So he was a no vote and currently has a 100% pro-gun voting record. So Representative Steve Jacob gets an A rating from Minnesota Gun Rights, which is just about as high as you can go. We'd like to see more leadership on the issue, get you an A+. But 100% voting record, standing up against the left and filling out the Minnesota Gun Rights candidate survey is very nice, very, very good. So if you see Representative Steve, give him a thank you for being public about his stance on the Second Amendment and for being a no vote on leftist gun control. Now, running in opposition to him, we have Mike Hutchinson. Mike wants to be the next state representative from District 20B. The problem with Mike is that he supports the ban on AR-15s and similar rifles. He supports the magazine ban. They want to ban 30-round magazines. They want to ban 15-round magazines. They want to ban 10-round magazines. They want to outlaw a bunch of pistols by doing that and reduce it to 7-round magazines and revolvers. Now, and the other thing you should know about Mike is that he completely refused to fill out his Minnesota Gun Rights candidate questionnaire. Won't go on record because he knows the answers are not good. Not good if you're a gun owner. Mike supports the whole gambit of gun control that got passed in 2023. He would have absolutely been a yes vote if he had been there, which Steve voted no on. And if Mike Hutchinson makes it to the Capitol, he'll be an enemy of gun owners. He'll be an enemy of the Second Amendment, more specifically, because this is how this would have gone. Either he would have voted yes on the gun control, as any good Democrat would do, or if the Democrats had enough votes to get their gun control passed without Mike, who lives in a very conservative district here, if they could have gotten it passed without Mike, they would have allowed him to be a no vote, right? So that he maintains his fake standing as not being opposed to the Second Amendment. But the Democrats would have gotten the gun control passed anyway. But if they needed his vote, it would have been yes. Would have been yes. So that's Mike Hutchinson running to be your next state representative. He gets a great big F rating from Minnesota Gun Rights. He should have filled out his candidate survey. He should have been specific. Instead, it appears he's towing the party line. And that is all the information we have on your candidates for the House District 20B election. Now, whether you're voting in early voting in advance or you're voting day of, all we ask is that you bring your friends, your family, anybody who's eligible to vote, and you vote pro-gun.